our excellent experience in the world of technical moments. Well,
I'm trying to find my PowerPoint, and I'm waiting on my kids.
A little bit unusual because we have changed the room. We needed to do it due to some classes conducted now into that room. We have changed our location. Actually, it is the class where I conduct all of my classes, majority of them. Two students will present today's topic and information they would like to share with you. Well, I hope, I guess we may start.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, we still remember you.
Hello. Go ahead.
Well, the Halloween is just around the corner and in Ukraine as well. And even though this celebration has and yeah, well, actually, we've been celebrating this only for 25 years. There's a technical something. Governor.
I can hear you fine.
Well, Ukrainians have been celebrating this only for 25 years from the beginning of our independence. And this celebration was brought by the young people, who knew the customs from the Western world, as well as Thanksgiving and St. Patrick's Day.
So the idea to celebrate holiday comes from young generations because adults and old people are not happy about this idea because they think it's not good to celebrate this kind of festival. And also the church that is popular in our country, Orthodox, it also it also believes that this festival is not good.
Still, despite a huge offense from the older generations, Ukrainians still hold a lot of festivals, especially in the west of Ukraine and in Ukrainian city Lviv, in particular. They also found a way to deal with it. They changed the sound spirits, the typical American spirits with the Ukrainian ones, such as Barabashka, Domovik, and Ukrainian witches.
So in our country, it is not popular to go trick or treat because people mostly think it is odd to do such things. So the main tradition we take from foreign countries is costumed parties and decorations of the houses, and also such like carving pumpkins. What is more, it is also a commercialized holiday in our country, so the shops gain money from all the decorations, costumes, and stuff like this. It also maybe is a theme of menus and decorations in shops and restaurants.
That looks really nice.
Moreover, it is more popular to spend this holiday at home. It's something like home party. But if people live in big cities, there are also some festivals or parties in restaurants or clubs, so people can join this festival, but it's not so popular.
So it's important to say that there is a similar holiday in Ukraine. It is also about all the Hallows, and it is celebrated on the first of November. And also, I found out that in many countries all around the world, people used to celebrate something like this during this period of October and November due to the winter coming, or maybe something like this, I guess.
Yeah, we have in fact, I was going to show you a little bit later. We have a Day of the Dead celebration at the same time. Now, where is that at? Is that somebody's, okay. Is that somebody's house?
Yeah, it is a private party.
It sounds like a theme home party on Halloween.
Wow, those are neat decorations. Now, how come they're in English?
Actually, all the not national celebrations we've been held here are in English.
Oh, wow.
We even, people even become used to singing "Happy Birthday" on their birthdays, which is odd when you hear a grandmom which doesn't know the meaning of the words saying "Happy Birthday."
Oh, wow. That's interesting. So if I was going to say Happy Halloween in Ukrainian, how would I say it?
Веселого Halloween.
Okay.
Something like that. But I think it is better to say Happy Halloween, and all will understand what you mean.
Oh, okay. I understand completely then. So it's totally corrupt holiday, and they just use the English for it.
Yes.
Okay. That's really fascinating. Now, how much do pumpkins cost in Kiev?
Oh.
If you're going to buy a pumpkin, how much would a pumpkin be?
It costs like $1 per kilo. Yeah. And I think one pumpkin weighs 2 or 3 kilograms, right?
Like that. It depends on time. Yeah.
Total
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I would buy pumpkins. My grandmother gives me some. She grows them.
The same.
wow. And do you hand out candy to kids too?
If they come, I do, but usually it's only my brother.
Oh, okay.
Or the
Because
neighbors.
candy's gotten really expensive here. In the United States, each pumpkin would be, $4 or $5. And then the candy would be considerable. So, I mean, people buy like candy in bulk to pass it out. So you could easily spend $100 just passing out candy.
Oh.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It gets to be a pretty expensive holiday is what I'm trying to say. Do you have any more pictures?
Unfortunately, no. No.
Could you go back one?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I want to take a picture of that one. That's good.
And what about you? Do you celebrate in some specific way?
Could you repeat that, please?
I have asked if you celebrate this holiday in some specific or odd way.
In the United States?
Your own way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they do a bunch of crazy things. I was listening to the radio coming in this morning, and there's a 24-hour hotline in some of the colleges to if if a person feels uncomfortable about right now, there's a lot of people in the United States that are uncomfortable about clowns. So if somebody sees a clown costume, they can actually call like a 911 number to tell them that there's a creepy clown. So there's a lot of people will dress up. Even some of our teachers will dress up on Halloween on Monday, and then the kids will dress up, and then they'll go trick-or-treating, even into college. And sometimes you even see adults with their children, and they're all dressed up as well. It's unfortunately, it's a large celebration here in the States. For some candies, it's their biggest time of season, like candy corn. It looks like it's yellow tipped with orange on it. It's a sugary confection. They sell about 80% or 90% of their candy just during this particular time of year. Now, for chocolates and stuff, it's throughout the time, but there's a lot of candies that depend on this to be their major seller. So it's a large holiday here in the States. And then they were saying that the average holiday costume right now is somewhere between $50 and $100. So people go out fairly elaborate, buy costumes. Right now, there's a lot of people, believe it or not, because we're having a presidential election, people dressing up as presidential candidates, people dressing up like Hillary Clinton and they put in a jail uniform, or Donald Trump, to put him in a jail uniform walking around, famous movie stars, different things like that. People dress up like pretty crazy. And then you have traditional costumes like witches and stuff like that.
Yeah, but shouldn't it be only evil costumes?
Yeah, I guess it always works. A lot of little kids have a grandchild that's 10. He'll be 10. And he dresses up like superheroes. So, you have the people who will dress like spooky, scary, and then you have people dress up like Batman or Superman or something. I guess somehow or another, people stress this holiday, and then little kids probably get confused like Christmas as being a holiday, not anything to do with religion, but just superstition, I guess, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to show you, we have some pictures you could see. I'll try to find it here, and I have a student coming in that's going to talk with you in a second. But continue talking, and I'll try to find what I was going to show you, because I have the pictures on. We had them the other day, and then our internet went out. Now I got to try to find them again. I had a PowerPoint for you. Did you have another PowerPoint? Oh, can I see the one before this one too, please? Number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and is that Snoopy? Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Hey, so some things are kind of universal. What's this guy doing? Like Harry Potter or something? Or what? I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. And then the adults, they just watching their kids, or they don't dress up too, or no?
No, they just watching their kids.
Okay. That's kind of neat. And what did you say the priests say about this? Are they really gung-ho or no? I guess the priests are still anti doing this.
They possibly not accept it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some churches here in the United States actually have Halloween parties. and they actually do the trick or treating. It's gotten pretty bad in some parts of the United States where they put like poison in candies, or they put razor blades in candies, and so kids are, you know, when they go out, they try not to eat anything that's not wrapped. There's a lot of safety issues, so there is a potential for some pretty sad commentary of stuff to happen too.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's been around for a long time. I remember somebody in my neighborhood that put razor blades in apples, and carameled apples, and put caramel on them, and it ended up getting arrested. I wanted to see if I found this.
Maybe it's actually true that it will come out.
Yeah, during
When
Halloween.
those good papers.
That is very nice. Did you have another one too?
Another one book. Picture?
Okay, I'll try to find mine.
I think we have it. I think it doesn't.
If nothing else, I can do it this way.
And actually,
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, actually here you can see the first custom I've seen, which is actually only Ukrainian, because usually they just share the same customs like Harry Potter and so on. And this is a Ukrainian girl.
Yeah.
An
And it's
evil
pretty
Ukrainian.
Okay, and they're walking down. Now that says First Republic Bank in the background. Where's that from?
I don't know.
Okay, I think you guys are putting pictures in on these things. I don't know. I don't think everybody has English all over, but you know, that's good. I want to show you here. We did this video, and I kind of want to. I'll try to show you real quick. I'll share it.
Have you already decorated your house, or do you do that on the 31st? Or how?
Could you repeat the question, please? Thank
Have
you.
you already decorated your house, or
Have I always decorated my house? No, we have, I think, like 6 pumpkins outside the house right now. And normally our tradition, we get the grandkids to kind of carve a pumpkin or so and then put a candle in it, and then just keep the other pumpkins whole. And then after Thanksgiving, sometimes, you know, they do stuff, but normally we don't. Now, I was going to share with you a video here a second, and that we did with our presentation. So let me try to see if I can share that with you now. Go ahead. Did you have another presentation or no?
No.
Okay, good. No problem. Okay, can you see this one here?
yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, what we did the other day, we were trying to teach people that have no idea about Halloween how to do a Halloween, some Halloween information. Then they went out and they had a party, and then they sent it back to us. So I'm going to show you a little bit from that video, but it has the 2 PowerPoints that we're going to describe, and then hopefully by that time, one of the girls that is coming in will be here. This is a school in South Korea. We've been talking to this one girl at the far end that you can see here is actually a foreign exchange or a student from Canada. All the other girls are from Seoul.
We cannot hear the student voices.
For a woman.
Yeah, I know. We just have to go this way.
Okay, so we're talking about Halloween in America.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it's like,
Good, go. Right.
okay,
Good afternoon.
okay,
Let's just come up here.
okay.
Sorry. We just do a little rearranging because at 6 o'clock we lose our overhead.
Christianity introduced to England and Ireland around 200 AD and replaced. Okay, sorry. Okay, the history of Halloween. On Halloween, when it is believed that ghosts came back to the earthly world, people thought that they would encounter ghosts if they left their houses. To avoid being recognized by these ghosts, people would wear masks and costumes when they left their houses after dark, so that the ghosts would mistake them for fellow spirits.
So they kind of use it for protection.
Yes. How does Halloween work? People dress up in costumes and they go door to door and ask people for candy. They knock on people's doors. They go to different neighborhoods to get candy, and every costume is different in their own way. You can choose to give out candy, or you can choose to go trick or treating, which is when you go and get the candy. There's a lot of different things people choose to do on Halloween, such as go to haunted houses, go trick or treating, go to parties, or people carve pumpkins. Or like watch scary movies and stuff to get in the Halloween spirit. And here we have haunted houses. People like to go to haunted houses and even make haunted houses at their own house. And basically it's just you go through and it's a bunch of like different scary type things.
Yeah, we used to have a haunted house at our high school too. So you see quite a few all around the city. And have any of you gone to haunted houses? Okay, good. And how much would it cost to go to one here?
Like $30. Cool. All right.
There you go.
Trick-or-treating. People go trick-or-treating, which is when people usually dress up in their costumes and go around in different neighborhoods and go door to door to collect candy. When the person's house has their porch light on, it usually means that they're handing out candy, and if their light isn't on, then they aren't passing out candy.
And here you see a couple of pictures that Emily and Amy put in. We normally would associate this with younger people. However, many high school age kids will go out trick-or-treating. And this year, they're dressing dogs up. And some cities have put a ordinance to where you could not dress a dog up. So they're actually going to be ticketing people for dogs in costumes.
Okay, carving pumpkins. People buy pumpkins and take out all of the fillings in the insides and carve out different designs and shapes and characters, then put on a light or candle inside to make them show up at night. These are called jack-o'-lanterns.
What's pumpkin called in Korean?
Halloween parties. People host parties, usually adult and high school college kids. They have costume parties and everyone dresses up and have contests for the best costume.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of these. In fact, sometimes, even in the past, people would come dressed to school even in costume.
And then these are just more pictures from a Halloween party.
Yeah, right. Okay. Movie.
And then this is a really famous movie that a lot of people watch. It's called Hocus Pocus, and it's basically just about 3 witches. And people all around the United States watch it a lot. It's a cult classic.
And traditionally, Halloween's a big time for scary movies to come out.
Yeah. Hundreds of billboards and advertising, booking magazines, our newspapers usually advertise a lot during this time. The biggest amount of the events are held for the university students. Most of shopping centers, cafes, and other public places in October here are decorated with faint.
So they have
Alito.
I'm going to show you the, another celebration here. Okay, here.
So, el Día de los Muertos, also known as Day of the Dead. Día de los Muertos is an interesting holiday celebrated in central and southern Mexico during the chilly days of November 1st and 2nd. They believe that gates of heaven are open at midnight on October 31st and in 24 hours. On November 2nd, spirits of the adults come down to avoid the streets that are prepared for them. In most Indian villages, beautiful altars are made in each home. They are decorated with candles, buckets of flowers, smells of fruit, peanuts, plates of turkey, and stacks of tortillas and big Day of the Dead bread called Pan de Muerto. The altars need to have lots of fruit, bottles of soda, hot cocoa, and water for the dirty spirits. 20 candles are left for the angelitos on November 2nd. Cigarette sheets are offered to the adult spirits. Little folk art skeletons and sugar skulls purchased at open air markets. The final touches. The history is typically the 2-day celebration is divided into separate days to honor deceased youth. Día de los Muertos, Day or Día de los Angelitos, the Day of the Little Angels on November 1st, and adult for Día de los Muertos on November 2nd. And some believe it is a 3-day holiday beginning October 31st on Halloween Eve, when some believe the souls of young children arrive at midnight. Día de los Muertos can be traced back to the Aztecs who celebrated with a festival for the goddesses and the So on the Día de los Muertos, the families make altars and place ofrendas, offerings of food such as pan de muerto, baking shaped skulls and figures, candles, incense, yellow, red food, known as and most importantly, a photo of the departed soul is placed on the altar. It might sound somewhat morbid, but the Mexicans react to death with mourning, also with happiness and joy. They look at death with the same fear as any other culture, but there is a difference. They reflect their fear by mocking and living along with death. These are just some pictures. The first one is just like an altar with the pictures, and this is Mexicans kind of dressed up as this. Just another altar. And they celebrate it by like they dress up and then walk around too. These are just like other altars that we need.
And these yellow flowers are the marigolds.
These are their sugar skulls, and this is just candy that they make. Bread of the dead.
I took a bunch of pictures.
Any questions?
Okay, now here Emily is, here Amy is, excuse me. I'll try to stop the sharing part.
Hi.
We don't have any question, but I have some.
I'm trying to stop that, sorry.
About zombie, like We have
Okay, now this is Amy in real life. Now she'll be able to talk to you a little bit about, and I'm gonna go down and take a couple pictures to show you. We have a big celebration down here for Day of the Dead. But you might want to introduce yourself and talk to each other, okay?
Thanks.
Okay.
Hi, we're in Ukraine right now, and yeah. Were you on the classes?
Excuse me?
Were you on your classes?
Oh no, I was in traffic.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's morning over there.
Yeah.
So do you celebrate Halloween?
Excuse me? Wait. Oh yeah, it's recording.
Can you hear her? Go ahead.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
Could you repeat the question?
So do you celebrate Halloween?
Yeah. It's every October 31st. We celebrate Halloween, we dress up, and we go out to get candy.
And I was wondering whether you actually do tricks when you don't get the candy, or is it impossible not to get the candy?
And some people do tricks, like they TP houses, and it's basically throwing toilet paper over a house. And like some people egg a house because they didn't get candy, and or some people just do it out of fun.
But do you actually like this holiday as much as Christmas? Or...
I mean, in America, a lot of people celebrate it, but Christmas is like the most holiday that's celebrated overall.
So are you going to buy a costume on this year's Halloween?
I don't think so because our school doesn't really allow you to bring a costume that or face paint. It just has to be like a simple costume.
And who do you want to be?
Who do I want to be? I don't know. I still don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But have you already decorated your house?
Excuse me?
Have you already decorated your house?
Have I what?
She's asking whether you have decorated your house. Oh, do
Have
you
I decorated my house?
Yes.
I mean, we just have spider webs outside and that's it.
Actually, here in Ukraine, we do not actually celebrate it at all, maybe, because only young people know about it, and nobody get it.
Mm.
Get it.
What do y'all celebrate over there?
On October, nothing, but we have Christmas and Easter and New Year's Eve as well. I didn't have to ask more because actually we do understand how you celebrate, and we are supposed to ask how while we do get how.
I think we even studied at school. Yeah.
It's pretty simple to understand. It's not that not understand it.
We came to the she sent us and we get her. So at what grade are you?
I'm 10th grade.
They have. Well,
Are y'all in school right now?
yeah,
Yeah.
it is 3 p.m. We are still at school.
It's really 7 a.m. over here.
For you.
I know.
Have you ever heard of Ukraine? It's just interesting.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Like we I don't know much about it, but like I've heard of it.
I think it's a good.
Yeah, it's really good.
What grade are y'all in?
11th.
Let's go to Japan to do where to go.
Where y'all gonna go to college?
Where are you going to go to college?
I didn't know.
How many languages can you speak?
4.
Wow. English, Ukrainian, Russian, and what else?
German.
German. Wow. That's great. And your school specializes in languages, correct?
It seems like that, but we study more math and economy instead of math.
So what do you want to do when you get older?
I want to be an economist, but at the same time, I want to do something to improve life in Ukraine.
Oh, that's good.
I want to be a doctor.
We want
And you?
I want to be a doctor too.
For how many years do you study at university for that? 5?
6, I believe.
Yeah, they'll go 4 years of that, and then maybe 5 years medical school and residency. So they have about 11 more years after they get out of high school. Long time. How's the political situation? Well, let me ask you this question. Do you guys hear anything about the United States having an election in a couple weeks?
Yeah, we hear news about war in Ukraine and the election in the US. That's all we hear.
Okay. So with your infinite knowledge, what do you think about our election?
Well, I know that Trump's been losing recently, right?
Yeah. Well, you think that, I don't know. I mean, that's the thing that the truth may be stranger than the facts, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of like we don't really get to hear too much good about the Ukraine because it's so, we learn more about accusations each day than we do about real news. So I'm not so sure about polls or anything. I just, it's a very strange situation. How's the political situation in your country?
Well, the war is going on, and more than it's actually the third part of Ukraine is being occupied by Russia. It's been 3 years now.
Yeah. See, and I don't think too many people outside the Ukraine realize it's still going on. Now, I guess the Crimea is pretty much still. Is it been completely taken? I mean, it's been taken over by Russia, but is there any hope of getting it back for the Ukraine or no?
There is help, not so much because they just give us supporting speeches and that's all. And no arms, no nothing like that.
Is the pulse? Are most young people political or not political much? Most people like your age, do they really care about politics, or are they kind of fed up with politics?
Yeah. Anybody could tell you about some reasons, economical, political reasons, and the condition of the and the condition of and the condition of the agriculture over there, because almost everything has stopped. Even electricity is not provided over there. And it is despite the fact that people still remain there. A lot of them.
Well, how does that impact your guys' future? I mean, is a lot of your future still up in the air, or do you get to do what you would like to do? I mean, how's this impact your future plans right now?
Actually, I think that a lot of people decided to leave Ukraine due to that, because many people are afraid of the war going on, not only in the east of Ukraine.
But still, a lot of young people go to army, university, colleges.
Become Mozilla about the improvement of Ukraine.
Yeah, that becomes a problem. I got a feeling a lot of people be leaving the United States too, going to places, depending on whoever wins the election, either way. But I don't know if you can ever find the perfect place.
Especially if you're a refugee.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, it's you go to another country and they can treat you really, really poorly. We have a tremendous amount of refugees here in the United States now. I was reading in the paper that in Los Angeles, about 1 out of every 4 high school students in Los Angeles are going to be from Central America. And many of our students in our school come from Central America. You know, refugee, they go through several countries, then come here to the States. So it's got to be really tough.
So it's better than hearing shots over your head.
Well, you know, it sounds weird, but I mean, I know it affects your mental state, and I know it affects your future plans, but what does it do for like dating and stuff like that? I mean, for most young kids, you know, they're worried about maybe find somebody, get married, but when things are really kind of bad, what happens to that kind of stuff?
Actually, we did not have the connection with those people. I didn't try to connect with those people in the East, and I did not actually know how they live, only from news. Because the majority of young people move to the west of Ukraine. I think they still get married and still have to find something to eat and cook and go to work.
What, you know,
That's their target, I think.
Speaking about like dating and going to movies, what movies are popular in the Ukraine right now?
Inferno, and actually the last movie I was on is Suicide Squad. But it was like a month ago.
Oh, wow.
And the last I watched was Ice Age Black.
No. Movies, I guess, is Netflix and do you have like cable television, Netflix and stuff like that? That's gotten pretty popular and started taking down movies. Or we get a lot of pirated movies as well, I guess you could say.
Yeah, pirated movies are more common for Ukraine than Netflix.
So hey, this is good. How about music? Amy wants to know what music's popular there. Who are some of your favorite musicians or singers?
Naturally, there is a division into groups. Some people like pop, American pop. Some people like rock.
But Ukrainian music is
But
also
Ukrainian
popular
music
now.
is also, yeah, it has been gaining popularity during the last years.
Do you have
Mostly Ukrainian. Yeah.
do you have a favorite Ukrainian singer?
Yeah, it is a group. It is band Okean Elba. Maybe you've heard of it.
No. Amy wants to hear their music. Do you happen to have a on your phone or anything? Do you?
Yeah, I can put it on.
I don't like. I think Okean Elba is the most popular in Ukraine now. Among our generation, definitely among other, I don't know.
What's your favorite singer?
I don't have favorites.
Okay. You like K-pop too?
Who?
No, I mean, do you like any of the K-pop singers? I wonder if K-pop's popular there. Ask her.
Is K-pop popular in the Ukraine?
K-pop is not popular at all.
Oh, wow.
But I do not know what it is. Do you like K-pop?
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah, she and her friend that just moved away, they were big into K-pop. Her friend took about 3 days off last week when
Last year,
excuse me, I'm about EXO, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, when EXO came to Dallas, but they travel through here a lot, and it's wildly popular here in the States for some reason.
K-pop is starting to become popular in America.
Yeah, it's K-pop, K-dramas are very popular, and some of the Chinese groups are getting popular here too.
And surprisingly, rap is becoming popular here.
Really? Which group?
Eminem and
Eminem?
actually here Ukrainian music.
Okay, let's hear the Ukrainian music.
So actually, it becomes popular because they are singing about true things going on and love, of course, love going on in the East.
Ask them about if they have anything like Day of the Dead.
Do y'all have anything like Day of the Dead?
Excuse us?
Do you have anything like Day of the Dead?
No.
No.
What is it?
It's like you celebrate. It's mostly in Mexican cultures. They celebrate the loved ones that have passed. It's like their return of their spirits for a certain amount of days.
Oh yeah, we just didn't know it is called that way. We also have something similar on the 1st of November, and we even put a spoon and a fork when we eat, so that the spirits can eat with us.
Does your family celebrate?
Yes.
Tell them what they make for the family.
What do y'all make for your family?
We make for the family.
Every day, or we didn't get the question?
Just on that day.
Do you make any special foods or anything?
Just eat, yes, and talk and gather together all the family, the whole family. Special food.
I don't think we have special food.
Actually, there is a tradition in Ukraine to make homemade food every day, like really homemade food, and it's hard to create something new.
Wow. Ask if their mothers work.
Do your mothers work?
Can you repeat, please?
Do your mothers work?
Outside the house.
Mothers?
Is it pretty common in Ukraine to have like both the mom and father both working outside the house?
Yeah, my mom and dad worked outside the house.
Yeah, that's
And they still make homemade food every day for you, huh?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Wow. What kind of homemade food do you get?
Soups and meat.
Porridges, salads.
Sometimes even cakes on weekends.
That's when they go out to eat. What kind of restaurant do they like?
What do you like to cook? Do you like to cook?
Do I like to cook?
Yeah.
I like to cook. It's just I don't want to cook because I'm lazy. Because I have to clean up, and I don't want to clean up. When y'all go out, where do y'all go eat?
Go eat?
Yes. What kind of restaurants do you go to when you go out to eat?
I did not have my favorite one, but I like Italian food. And before I used to eat at McDonald's, but now I do not eat there. And
Maybe something.
no, I hate sushi. But Chinese food, Chinese and Japanese food is common, is popular in Ukraine. Which food do you like? Maybe Mexican.
I like any type of food.
Tell them what's real popular here.
I don't know what's
Mexican
popular.
food.
What is popular?
Tex-Mex. Tex-Mex food is popular.
Oh, Tex-Mex food is popular.
You can't go. We have a very large population of people that came from Mexico, and there's a lot of Tex-Mex or Texas Mexican foods, and a lot of times people pass down recipes in their family, and they'll make homemade tamale. Go ahead, explain.
Oh, well, you just pass it down and like you show them how to make it in your family. And like my grandma, she makes tamales, and like she shows us how to make it. And then they make bread, and they show us how to make it too.
That's nice.
Now, most of the stuff that they will have will be based out of corn. Is a lot of your stuff based out of corn or potatoes or wheat?
Yeah, potatoes and wheat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they'll have like corn tortillas, cornbread, with a lot of heavy tomato sauces and you know, tomatoes and stuff in it as well. Not so much soups though. We don't have a whole lot of soups, do we?
No.
No, mostly, and a lot of peppers and hot. I mean, it'd be hot to the taste type of a thing. Okay, different peppers, jalapeno, serrano. I mean, most foods will have 3 or 4 or 5 different types of peppers or vegetables in it.
Ukrainian food is like salty and fat. More for men than women.
Oh, wow. Is borscht pretty popular there?
Yes, really. The most popular soup.
You might want to tell Amy what borscht is made out of.
It consists of potatoes, cabbage,
But the main ingredient is the
meat,
lettuce.
and beans, and carrot, beetroot.
Yeah,
Yes.
the main ingredient is the beetroot, and it makes the whole soup really red.
Do you eat a lot of cabbage?
No, not really.
Oh, cabbage is in German. Is sauerkraut or pickled cabbage big in Ukraine?
Yes.
Okay. Ask them if they're going to dress up for Halloween.
Are y'all gonna dress up for Halloween?
I wasn't going to, but maybe. If friends decide to make a party, then yes.
No, I think so.
You will? My brother will. And they have something at school. He's young. He's only 6, and they celebrate it at school. Actually, it's time for us because there is the next class coming that will be going.
Bye.
It was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Really nice. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop recording.
I don't know if there's gonna be another person.
Mhm.